Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and we're back with more of my NES collection, starting with Destination Earthstar. I'll be quite honest with you, I don't really remember playing this one all that often, but I do remember that it was like first person, like you were supposed to be in a cockpit of a ship, and you just fly around trying to find resources and stuff. Although I do remember the game advertising something like ultra-realistic space battles or something like that. Simpler times, folks, simpler times. Next up, The Dark Knight Rises with Batman Returns. Instead of the 2D platformer approach that they took with the original Batman movie, they've made this one more of the typical beat 'em up, kind of like Double Dragons, and I remember having a lot of fun with it. Next up, grab your racing shades because we got Rad Racer. Rad Racer was your typical old school racing game where you basically just had to avoid the obstacles on the side of the road and other cars. Man, do I miss how simple racing games used to be. No having to drift, or heck, you really didn't even have to slow down around corners. Just hit the gas, avoid crap, and go. I also feel obligated to mention that this game also had a 3D mode, to where if you were wearing 3D glasses, you could see the game in quote-unquote 3D. Now that is rad. Next up, we have Xyz. At least if memory serves, that's how you pronounce that game's name. This one was a weird one. It was kind of like a mixture of like Mario Brothers meets Contra meets, I don't know, maybe Monster Party. Shout out to those of you who know what Monster Party is. Next up, we're going to ride into the danger zone with Top Gun. Yes, of course, based off the popular movie with that one dude in it and Archer's favorite song. Danger, woohoo! A fun little game where again you were first person in the cockpit of a fighter jet, taking down other fighter jets. It was pretty fun. Remember back when they actually made games based off movies and not the other way around, and they actually sometimes didn't suck? Next up is Batman. Yes, this is one based off the previous movie, the one I showed, Batman Returns, and this one took more of a 2D platformer approach. Do you like Castlevania? Do you like Batman? Well then I got the game for you, but this game was actually kind of difficult, so it actually kind of make you wish that Batman would extract vengeance on these developers. It was, however, strangely addictive, though. I do remember playing it a lot. Speaking of me playing games, if you ever like to watch me play any video games, then check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/bloody_sky, and hopefully you can stop by and chat with me live. Next up, we got a game in a case. Pretty case. More on that in a minute. And what's this game? Sorry. It's none other than Urban Champion. A game I played a lot as a kid because I always found it funny how the fighters would start whistling every time a cop car would come by. Sometimes a person on the upper floors would drop a potted plant on one of your heads, and you celebrated whenever you disposed of a body down the sewers. And let's look at this case, shall we? I have a few of these around, mostly this color. I don't know if it's an official Nintendo thing. You'd think it would be because it has a official Nintendo brand on it. I got a couple different colors though. I got red, white, and blue, as you see. I mainly have the clear one. I'm not too sure where we got these. All of them have the Nintendo label on it, except for this red or pink-ish one, whatever it's supposed to be. Like I said, I'm not too sure where we got these. It's been too long now. I don't know if these came with maybe certain games, or maybe certain stores gave them to you. I don't know. Do you have any of these NES games? Did you have any of these NES games? Did you play any? Which one was your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. Well, that does it for this video, but I'll be back with more of my collection. Hope you stick around. Thanks for watching, everybody.